Gentlemen, let me start with a feeling many men recognize, but rarely say out loud. Have you ever woken up and sensed that something important was missing? Not pain, not illness, but that quiet signal you used to feel in your body years ago, that sense of readiness, strength, confidence. The feeling that when you stood up in the morning, your body was fully online. If that feeling has faded after 50, you are not alone. I hear this every week from men who say their mornings feel flat. Energy feels delayed. Confidence feels muted. And many quietly assume this is just aging and that nothing can be done. I am Dr. Laura Simmons, a board-certified urologist, and for more than 15 years I have worked with men across the United States who want to stay strong, capable, and confident as they age. I want you to hear this clearly right now. What you are experiencing is not a verdict. It is a signal, and signals can be answered. Here is the part that should grab your attention. One of the most powerful ways to influence morning vitality does not happen in the morning at all. It happens the night before. What you give your body right before sleep determines how well your blood flow recovers, how your hormones reset, and how your nervous system prepares you for the next day. Before we go further, take a moment and tell me where you are watching from. Are you here in the United States, maybe the East Coast, the Midwest, the South, or the West Coast? Or are you joining from another part of the world? Leave your city or country in the comments. This community of men supporting their health matters. There is a common myth that weaker mornings mean inevitable decline. That belief keeps men stuck. The truth is that while aging does change biology, it does not remove your body's ability to recover. Blood vessels can still respond. Hormone signals can still stabilize. Sleep can still become restorative again, but only if your body receives the right signals at the right time. Nighttime is when repair happens. If you disrupt that window, you wake up sluggish and disconnected. If you support it correctly, you begin to wake up steadier, clearer, and more confident. In this video, I am going to show you one simple bedtime drink that supports circulation recovery and natural morning strength. I will also walk you through the most common nighttime habits men over 50 unknowingly use that sabotage blood flow and hormone balance while they sleep. Stay with me, because once you understand how small nighttime choices shape your mornings, you will never look at recovery the same way again. Before we talk about what to add at night, we need to clear away a dangerous misunderstanding. Many men believe that if morning energy weakens or performance feels less reliable, the cause must be age alone. That belief sounds reasonable, but it is incomplete. Aging changes your biology, yes, but it does not shut it down. What actually happens is that your recovery systems become more sensitive to how you treat them. One of the biggest recovery windows your body has is the period right before sleep. This is when blood vessels repair their inner lining, when testosterone signals pulse, and when your nervous system decides whether the night will be restorative or restless. If you miss this window, your body does not get another chance the next morning. The damage shows up as flat energy lighter sleep and weaker signals of vitality when you wake up. In my practice, I often see men chasing the wrong solutions. They focus on morning supplements, stimulants, or extreme routines while ignoring what happens at night. But biology does not work that way. You cannot force vitality in the morning if recovery failed overnight. Here is what quietly interferes with that recovery for many men over 50. Dehydration, heavy late meals, evening stress, inflammation, and lack of a calming ritual that tells the body it is safe to repair. Each of these keeps blood vessels tense and hormones unstable through the night. This is why what you drink before bed matters. Not alcohol, not sugar, not cold liquids that shock your system, but something warm, simple, and biologically supportive. Warmth relaxes the nervous system. Hydration supports circulation. Specific plant compounds help blood vessels stay flexible instead of stiff. Another key point many men miss is consistency. Recovery is not a one-night event. Your blood vessels and hormones respond to repeated signals. When you give your body the same calming input night after night, it learns to expect repair. That expectation changes how deeply you sleep and how you wake up. This is where a simple bedtime drink becomes powerful, not because it is magical, but because it works with the rhythms your body already uses. And once you understand what goes into it and why, you will see how small changes at night can produce surprisingly strong changes in the morning. What comes next is breaking down the most common nighttime habit that quietly undermines circulation before sleep and how to correct it with one simple shift. One of the most common mistakes I see in men over 50 is going to bed dehydrated. It sounds simple, but it has real consequences. Even mild dehydration thickens the blood, reduces circulation, and makes it harder for blood vessels to relax during sleep. When circulation suffers at night, recovery suffers too. That shows up the next morning as sluggish energy and weaker signals from the body. This is why the base of the bedtime ritual I recommend starts with warm water, not cold. Warm. Warmth sends a signal of safety to the nervous system. It relaxes the digestive tract, softens blood vessels, and prepares your body to absorb what comes next, instead of fighting it. The next piece is a small amount of pure pomegranate juice. This is not about sweetness. It is about polyphenols. These plant compounds help repair the inner lining of blood vessels, the endothelium. Think of your arteries like flexible hoses. When they are inflamed or stiff, flow weakens. When they are smooth and elastic, circulation improves. Nighttime is when that repair is most effective. The final piece is fresh ginger, just a thin slice. Ginger supports nitric oxide production, the same signaling molecule your body uses to tell blood vessels to open. This is not forcing anything. It is reminding your body how to do what it already knows how to do. Taken together, this drink hydrates, relaxes, and supports circulation while you sleep. It also becomes a psychological cue. When you prepare it and sip it slowly, you are telling your body the day is done and recovery can begin. What surprises many men is how quickly this shift changes sleep quality. They fall asleep faster. They wake up fewer times during the night. And in the morning, the body feels steadier and more present. But hydration and circulation are only part of the picture. What you eat and how you manage stress in the hours before bed can either amplify these benefits or completely cancel them out. And that is what we need to address next. Another quiet habit that undermines nighttime recovery is eating too heavily too late. Many men finish the day with a large dinner, thinking they are refueling. In reality, they are redirecting blood flow away from repair. When digestion is working, over time circulation is pulled toward the stomach instead of supporting the heart, brain, and pelvic region. The result is restless sleep and weaker recovery signals overnight. A lighter evening meal changes that equation. When digestion is not competing for resources, blood flow is free to do its real nighttime work. Pairing a lighter dinner with the bedtime drink creates a window where circulation can normalize and hormones can reset more effectively. Stress is the next factor that cannot be ignored. Evening stress keeps the nervous system locked in alert mode. Cortisol stays high, blood vessels stay tight, testosterone signals are blunted. This is why simply drinking something warm before bed has an effect beyond hydration. Warmth tells the nervous system it is safe to shift from fight mode into repair mode. Men who combine the bedtime drink with a few minutes of calm breathing or a short walk notice a much bigger difference. The body needs permission to recover. You give that permission through rhythm and routine, not force. Another overlooked piece is nighttime circulation training. Healthy blood vessels expand and contract in a gentle rhythm while you sleep. This keeps them elastic. When you go to bed inflamed or dehydrated, that rhythm weakens. Over time, vessels stiffen and morning signals fade. The polyphenols from pomegranate and the nitric oxide support from ginger help keep that rhythm alive through the night. What matters most here is not perfection. It is intention. When you consistently support your body before sleep, even in small ways, it responds. You wake up clearer. Energy feels steadier. Confidence returns quietly without effort. What remains now is pulling this into a simple, repeatable ritual and understanding why this approach works especially well for men at this stage of life. Let us bring this into a simple routine you can actually live with. This is not about adding more effort to your day. It is about ending your day the right way. A few minutes before bed, prepare the drink. Warm water, a small splash of pure pomegranate juice, and a thin slice of fresh ginger. Sip it slowly about 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. While you drink it, slow your breathing. Let your shoulders drop. This moment is not rushed. It is a signal to your body that the work of the day is done and recovery can begin. Pair this with light stretching or a short walk if that feels right. Then let sleep do its job. Do this consistently for 2 weeks. Do not look for instant miracles. Watch for small changes. Falling asleep faster. Fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Waking up feeling clearer. More stable energy. Stronger morning signals that your body is responding again. I want to speak directly to the men who feel discouraged. If you have quietly told yourself that your best years are behind you, I want you to reconsider. Your body has not given up. It is simply responding to the signals it receives. When you change those signals even slightly, your body changes its response. This is not about trying to be younger. It is about honoring the man you are now and giving your body what it needs to perform well at this stage of life. Small rituals done with intention often outperform extreme measures driven by fear. If this message resonated with you, support the channel by liking the video so more men can find it. Leave a comment and tell me where you are watching from in the United States or around the world. This community matters. Before we close, let me remind you that this video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Every man's body is unique. If you have medical conditions or concerns, please speak with your healthcare provider. I am Dr. Laura Simmons. Take care of your nights, and your mornings will begin to take care of themselves.